it, because remember, when you see clearance prices, what that means for you is that we are down to the last of the inventory that we will have, and there will not be more coming. So while we have that ring in your size, we're going to turn our attention to something that is customer top rated. And again, many of the items you'll see in the show are customer top rated. When people get them at home, they love them. They love them, and they want to share just how wonderful they are. And so they go and put their reviews on QVC.com. In order for something to be designated as customer top rated, the majority of the reviews, and there's a minimum number that they have to have, must be at least 4.5 out of 5 stars. That is the case with the Aran Craft Merino Wool Open Front Long Sweater Cardigan. This is the cardigan that I'm wearing now. I've got a few that I'm going to wear throughout the show, but this, first of all, if you love the beauty of Irish knitwear and you also like longer length, then I think this is the longest cardigan we're going to present for you in our time together. So let me show you colors, and then we'll talk with our guest. So first up, we have it in the color moss green. Beautiful moss green. And then this color is called peanut. And I would describe the peanut color as more of a taupe tone. And then I want to show you the next color. This one is called parsnip. And parsnip I would describe as kind of an oatmeal or sand color. And then I'm wearing it for you in the color Bermuda. And that's, I'll show you this. This is kind of, I would say, blue with a teal undertone. And we have about 250 in the Bermuda. So if you're already saying, ooh, Leah, what's the color you're wearing? It's called Bermuda. And we have about 250 between all of our sizes. And then there are a couple of other colors. Let's show you those. This is navy. And there are 300 in the navy to go around. And then we saw parsnip. So there are 350 in that color. That's kind of your oatmeal sand. And then here's that peanut, which is more of a taupe color. And then we do have soft gray. There are only about 180 of the cardigans in that soft gray, which I know is always a popular fashion color. And then black, sienna. Yes, sienna is kind of your spice color. And we're last call. Only extra, extra small if you'd like the sienna. And then we do have it in black, which is also always popular. So over 10,000 of these cardigans have been sold on QVC. 75 5-star reviews. Let me introduce you to Barry Cullen, third generation owner and designer, bringing beautiful Irish knitwear. Hi, Barry. It's great to meet you.
Hi, Leah. How are you doing? It's good to talk to you today. And Merry Christmas from here in Dublin.
Oh, it's wonderful to have you in the show. This is so much fun and so exciting. So I would love for you to tell everyone a little bit about your company and third generation continuing this tradition. And then we'll talk about this longest cardigan that we have in the show this afternoon.
Sure. So the company was started by my grandmother, Molly Cullen, in 1957. And it was then continued on by her two sons. Actually, there's a photograph of Molly. So that photograph was actually taken when she was in New York. It was her 21st birthday. And herself and her sister Etty, like many of her generation, had to travel to America where they had all these employment opportunities where they earned money and sent it back to their families. But Molly always had this intention of coming back to Ireland. She wanted to start her own business while her sister stayed on for many years working as a governess in upstate New York. So when she went to go start her business, she went to the local bank in our hometown of Monastrevin in the Midlands of Ireland. And because it was a woman starting a business on her own in the 1950s, they said absolutely not. And so it was actually her sister in America who sent her back the money that she had earned for that enabled her to buy her first machine to enable to start this knitting company that was then continued by her two sons, John and Paul. John, who was a guest on QVC here for many, many years, is now enjoying his retirement, and now by myself and my brother Niall. So there's an awful lot of, this is a third generation business. So we try to bring everything that you learn in all those years, all the experience from the mistakes that you've made to the things that you've learned, to the little tricks of the trade that you know to allow you to manipulate this beautiful merino wool and to create these beautiful garments that while they do have these stitches which are steeped in heritage and kind of and history. But really, what they're doing is they're creating this beautiful modern garment. Like this is beautiful. This open front style is so fashionable at the moment. As I said, it's I think it's one of the longest, if not the longest style that we have done for QVC. And that all adds up to a huge quantity of merino wool. And you can see that close up there. This is a marled merino wool as well. So you can see in the parsnip, the marl is actually two separate threads that are going through the complementing. So there's like a natural white and a kind of a biscuity, warm oatmeal color that goes along with it. And really, that is great for emphasizing the three-dimensionality and the texture that these stitches represent and show off. I think this is a great one for showing off all of the wealth of stitches that are in this garment.
I agree, and I'm going to turn it around to the back because I will tell you, Barry, that every part of this, and it's interesting. I put it on, and I thought, like, what I love about this is the open style, but that I've got this wonderful frame of the way the collar is done, and it wears like a beautiful cardigan. It wears like a sweater coat if I want it to as well. And I'd put it over everything from a turtleneck and a pair of jeans to, you know, a nice dress if I were going out to dinner or theater or something.
And that's something that's very important to us, is particularly the color that you're wearing then, that Bermuda, which is really, as you described, it's a beautiful teal. We do make our effort to make as much denim-friendly styles as possible, which really just means that this is something that can be worn with slacks, can be worn with jeans, and it means it's something that can be dressed up, dressed down, and in that darker color, it really is like it's very sharp looking. It's something that you'd have no problem wearing out if you're going somewhere a little bit more formal if you wanted to, but also you could wear it into the office.
Oh,
and
so
of course,
true.
Coming into this time of year where it's a little bit, like, depending on what part of the country, and it's not freezing cold with everybody. It's still transitioning a little bit in some places, and those side slits and the open front. I mean, getting in and out of the car is not going to be. You're not going to be restricted in any way. It's going to be comfortable. If you're going out, like I know a lot of schools are having football games at the moment, so people they have to go out and support the local teams, and this is the ideal layering piece to start you towards. When eventually it was going to get a little bit chillier, just because of the open front, you can put as many layers as you want underneath this, and it's always going to look good. And the beauty of merino wool, it's a natural fiber. It's going to respond to your body temperature. It's not going to be overpowering. It's not going to feel clammy like so many synthetic fibers can. And it's going to use the little pockets of air that are trapped inside the stitches to regulate your body temperature. It's going to feel soft against your skin. I'm wearing one of our sweaters here now. This is a t-shirt underneath it, directly against my skin. If the idea of a wool sweater being itchy is what you remember maybe from your childhood, that merino wool, put that out of your mind, because this is perfectly warm. It's perfectly wonderful to wear right next to your skin.
You know, it's interesting. I say this all the time. And you know, in a world where there are so many sort of quick fashion choices that you can make that aren't the quality that you will have and enjoy for years and years to come. What you're choosing when you choose an Aran Craft cardigan is just that. You're choosing generations of quality and craftsmanship and artistry, and you are choosing really a piece that you will have and enjoy for years and years and years to come. While we have a sale price, today is certainly the day to shop. You know you're in good company because this is customer top rated, and it was fun, Barry, to see just some of the reviews that people have left, and they all say the same thing. It's my favorite. It looks beautiful. I get compliments. It's warm and not itchy. It's a really great style that works with how I like to dress. And I think this is the perfect...
We love those reviews are like music to my ears. We really do make time to read as many of those reviews as we possibly can. And we really appreciate that people have taken the time out of their day to leave a positive review, because I think a lot of the time it's very easy to leave something negative, but it takes a bit of time to leave something positive. So it really means a lot to us.
I agree. I often describe when I'm talking, because I talk a lot about fashion around here, but I always love to talk about fingertip length and beyond. And so at 5'9", and I'm wearing the cardigan in the size large, I've still got room. So it's the longest cardigan, as Barry mentioned. I'd love to show colors again, because when you were describing the yarns and how it's marled, and with any color, you're seeing that kind of the highs and lows and the mix and blend, which just adds to the beauty. It gives a texture and a dimension that is unmistakable.
Even the colors that aren't marled, like the parsnip is, like the teal, the Bermuda or teal that you're wearing, they're not actually even a solid color like you might see if it was a black. there is what we call a melange. There's still some variation of small fibers, which is why you say there's a blue with a teal tone to it. There really is a little bit of variation within the thread itself.
Oh, it looks so good. All right, so if you want the color that I'm wearing, this is called Bermuda. And it's already very popular. It is just that perfect sort of blue with the teal, and you will love this. And they're all denim friendly, but there are just so many ways that you're going to love wearing this cardigan. So if you want the color I'm wearing, ask for Bermuda. And then if you want this kind of oatmeal tan color, sand tan, this one is called Parsnip. And then we have the moss green. And then if you want the taupe color in your neutral, you'll ask for peanut. And then we have navy, we have soft gray, we have sienna, which is extremely limited, and then we also have the Aran Craft long sweater cardigan for you in black, and only 100 left in the black. So if you'd like it, customer top rated, it's A351070, and it is sale priced until the end of the day. It's a gorgeous cardigan you're going to love. Barry, I know we're going to see you later in the show.
Well, of course, I'm looking forward to it.